I've got a contract still. Oh, it's the two-phone monster. Yeah, I can do that one later. Mutual of Beauclair's Wild Kingdom. This is actually one I should have done en route, so I'll quickly get that done. We get to Plagueman's Bridge.
Come now, Madame, Monsieur. We shall never get anywhere in this manner. I care about one thing.
Yeah, with
Acquiring Belga.
I need something like 40, 50 odd thousand to get everything that I want done. After this, I've got to make a load of Diameritium so that I can then make enriched Diameritium. I also need to make Orichalcum so that I can make the enriched Diameritium. So that I can make all the Grandmaster Witcher's gear I want, because I want to display all the Grandmaster Witcher's gear. Because I really, really want it. It shouldn't be actually the most difficult thing to do in the world, because it's I have a lot of things I can sell. I just want to be certain that I've got everything done. Hi, guardsman. Here we go. Just been running around with the great beggar's bones in my hands.
Soul should rest in peace now.
That's that one done.
Don't crowd around.
Best cure for the beast. A witcher.
Prophet Libioda. Okay. Next. West. Gonna wait for that one still. Got loads of Gwent. Knights for hire. Oh, that's what I was going to do ages ago. Find out how much they were going to pay me. By chance, I've done like 7 different things. I'm curious as to exactly how much they intend to pay me for them. So we'll go to the Grand Palace. And there is a mission somewhere around here.
No two ways about it.
No two ways about what? People need to finish their conversations while I'm moving earshot.
God brings peace to our domains. Flouted trick, flouted chain.
Hello, sir.
143 carry the 2.
You're paying me more than
Greetings,
143
My
per
most
thing.
heartfelt gratitude, sir. Compensation for your sacrifice.
Okay, so I've done 7 things. 700 crowns. Okay, so 100 crowns
see you
per
later.
thing.
Go in peace for a night.
I mean, it's not a small amount of money, but seriously, isn't it like at least done 200? Just made me think. I have got the cool, got that. Okay, world map. Let's go find out what this quest giver is about. Right, what's my weight like? Okay, I've still got a bit of space.
Guess as champion.
At the very least, I want to see the I want to see the guest room and all that kind of stuff being finished building. Hello, painter.
Snow White.
Name's Geralt. What can I do for you?
That hair, the scar, the frown. It's all perfect.
For
Something
what?
you actually want from me? Or are you just gonna go on gushing about my attributes.
He's talking about his ass.
Admire, good sir. Admire and desire. Such a threat in the eyes. Oh, so manly.
If you're trying to get me to meet with you some evening, afraid you're just wasting your time.
I prefer Yennefer, sorry.
Impossible. I shall require the soft light of mid-afternoon for this portrait.
Portrait?
Indeed, yours, en face, actual size, with the finest vista Toussaint affords behind you. Pose for me. You must. Naturally, I shall pay the compensation due to you for your modeling services.
Ah, Spoon. It has to be Yennefer if you're playing it as you would play Geralt. It has to be Yennefer.
Don't see why not.
Triss is lovely,
As
and
long
don't
as
get me
it doesn't take
wrong.
long.
It shan't, never worry. With but a short distance to journey into the hills.
It was always
outside of
fun between
a
Geralt and
perfect
Yennefer.
landscape perfectly to frame your
I mean Geralt and
perfect
Triss, sorry.
physiognomy.
Let's go then.
I need only fetch my easel and palettes from my studio. We shall meet at noon at the western gate, near the palace. From where we'll venture forth together.
This guy's gonna die. Well, I mean, at some point I may play the game for do like a New Game Plus once I've finished the game here, in which I might go for Triss. But
Oh,
as far as I'm concerned, Geralt and Yennefer always has to be Geralt and Yennefer. Can't be anyone else.
God's my knees ache something horrible.
Have you ever read the book, Spoon? Just out of curiosity.
Should the beast you espy tell the commander?
I know I've said to Dave, like Dave's asked me a little bit about the books in the past, and I've said he should really watch, he should really read them. No, not yet. Read the books and you'll understand what I mean. Like all of them, especially the at the very least, read the short stories one. I think it's Sword of Destiny. But yeah, there's two short stories ones that are worth reading for definite. Even if you don't want to sit there and read the entire
The light is
thing,
inopportune
but
at the moment. Could
then
you
you'll
return
understand why it
around
always
noon?
has to be Yennefer.
I'm here.
Let us go. We should arrive in time to have the best light of the day. The chiaroscuro we shall capture. Just glorious.
It's not so much about it being canonical, Spoon. Genuinely, and I don't really say this about many things because I love books. I'm an avid reader. I have a lot of books, and I still want more. But there's something about the Witcher series that it's very, very fantastical and very kind of overstated, the books. Or understated, sorry, the books are. They're very, very good, but they don't veer into making the characters like larger than life, and you know, Geralt as a protagonist is very, very believable, which is, you know, quite important to me. Like, in my mind, it's quite important to making a really good narrative. You know, it's like I love the Lord of the Rings books, but all the heroes, they can kill an army by themselves, you know, that kind of thing. Whereas Geralt, he is a Witcher and he has enhanced abilities, but he's still human. And they do the same thing with all the storylines. Andrzej Sapkowski, absolutely excellent thing with all the storylines. And I don't want to go too far into it because I don't think I could articulate it very well on the stream. But the way in which they just talk about the romance between Geralt and Yennefer, the way in which it kind of goes backwards and forwards and all of that, just has to be. It has to be Yennefer in my mind.
Let's go. The things I do for art.
We had best ride there. We'll arrive faster and less fatigued. A work of mine, Turtle Dove over the Heath, hangs in the Ducal Palace.
So does a cockatrice I cut down once. It's stuffed, maybe even with heather.
I once had a cockatrice feather brush. Best thing for laying down tempera. I no longer have it, sadly. My blasted cat swiped it.
I do
How would
have
a
like
cat want a brush?
To
I do
paint
have
with,
like
of
rose
course. And
tinted
it was
glasses
no
about the whole
common
thing because I just
brush.
enjoyed
Fantastic, as I said,
the
and
book so much.
fantastically expensive.
Hang on. Got a cat that paints?
Yeah, if you care to call it that. He merely copies the works of his betters.
Oh, apparently this
poorly
guy's
at that.
got Boris as a cat.
Cat?
Yes.
That is a very,
Pierre
very,
Auguste
very niche
Moustachois. It's
joke
no
there.
surprise you've not heard of him. He's a second-rate hack and a thief. We'll continue on foot.
But yeah, I would definitely suggest reading the books, just because the books are good. But like, it's such a shame it took, and it's small as a niche. It's such a shame that it took so long to kind of really make a thing about this. Really get the Witcher series to be recognised.
Ladies,
'Cause it is
gentlemen,
so wonderful.
my lieges, forgive me for being forward, but have you perchance seen a set of paints and brushes nearby?
Eugenie, I believe this peasant wants something from us.
My paints, my brushes, I had prepared them. They were here.
We've not seen any journeyman's tools, my good man. Of that I assure you.
There a problem?
Yes, an immense one. I cannot possibly paint without my paints. I'm done for. Unless you would be kind enough to locate them?
Yeah, I'll ask him, can he use different
Wouldn't
paints?
happen to have another set with you? And, nothing you could use instead?
My word. Would you really have me scrawl with charcoal like an animal?
Some charcoal things are quite good. Oh, the audiobook versions. Those are the ones I've been... What's it called? That I have myself. I've had them on Audible. But I'm pretty sure they're quite widely widely distributed. I don't know if there's many German ones, but I do know obviously there's an English one, because obviously I'm the uncultured Englishman who can only really speak English. I used to know French at the very least, but I've just not used it. Unfortunately, it's a perishable skill. But anyway, but yeah, there are good audiobooks around, and I know that the guy who obviously does it in English is an excellent narrator for the books. It's worth listening to, but they are just very, very good. But like I say, I would suggest getting the what's the word? What's the words I'm looking for? The compilation of short stories books come prior to the main series of books, so it is worth. I think they're good to listen to. They give you a lot of background.
Damn it. Sure you left them here?
Yes, right there.
Fair enough, Spoon.
I'd prepared everything, set it out, ordered and organized.
Might have toppled downhill or something. Fine, I'll take a look around.
This asshole's thrown them somewhere, hasn't
I
he?
think it is life that imitates art, and not vice versa.
Right you are, Fig.
Oh, he's a pretentious
Baron de
prick.
Cordel,
Can I
for
just
one.
stab him?
Oh yes, that nose. He actually had a major enlarged after he saw the Red Courage play. And now he's become courting
Spilled
his
paint.
cousin.
Reeks to high heavens of turpentine.
Very quickly, I'll find the names of them. They are worth knowing the names of. Jump on the library. There's The Last Wish, Sword of Destiny, then prior to those, a newer... there's a newer book that's been written called... oh, a new bed has arrived. Sorry, there's a newer book, Season of Storms, that kind of like slotted in between the short stories. Then you've got Blood of Elves, let's go Time of Contempt, Baptism of Fire, Tower of the Swallow, and then Lady of the Lake. That's the order, as I remember. Very strong smell of turpentine, apparently. Oh.
Footprints. Clear, but curiously small.
Oh, is this going to... I think I know where this is going. I'm not going to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it for anyone else and myself. I think I know where it's going. Well, the first three are kind of like are unconnected. Like the first two are just a bunch of short stories. So you know, Geralt on a contract, how we met Yennefer, those kinds of things. With kind of like a through line going through. Then the third one is a new story. As in, these were written I think in like the 90s, but this was written quite recently. That's just kind of like a middle between. I think actually links the books and the games a little bit. There are a few things. There are a few connections between the Netflix kind of series and the short stories, but don't you want to separate them, because the way in which the Netflix series goes about them is very, very different to how the books go about them. It's like, basically, my rant about the whole Netflix series is very, very good, but they definitely made mistakes. If they wanted to follow rigidly to the books as its own thing, it's absolutely excellent and very, very interesting. If they wanted to connect it to the books, it's a very, very different thing. And they didn't connect it to the books. That's how I see it. I was hoping for like a triple threat of excellent books, excellent game, excellent TV show.
Got paint drops here too.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinions on it, and I don't want to go into it because it really does require me to think about how I say things, because it can come across as if I don't say things the right way, it can be very it can come off wrong. Like, genuinely, I love the what's it called? The series. I think it's really good, and I'm excited for the next season. But if they wanted to connect it to the books, they made some fundamental mistakes. If they wanted it to kind of like be an adaptation or the dramatization of the books. Even right down to casting. But I'm not going to get into that because I just consider them to be two separate things, and as a result of them being two separate things, they're absolutely bloody excellent, and I'm really excited to see where Season 2 takes it, because honestly, Season 2 is the Witcher series itself is very, very, very different to the books.
Found your things.
Splendid. Where were they? And
I'll tell you that in a second.
is this all you found? I left so much more.
Should have kept it all with you, not left it lying around. Followed some paint tracks to a Necker lair. Seems the beast's made off with your supplies. Used it to paint a fresco on one of the cave walls. Looked something like a battle scene to me.
Impossible. They splashed paint on the wall in a rage. Unimportant. In any case, it's a good thing you found the basic colors. Shall we? While waiting, I spied a superior spot.
Yeah, in terms of the games connect well with the books, if you take away a certain aspect, which I'm not going to go into because it's a spoiler, then yes. Because the games follow on after the books.
We have had fantastic luck with the weather. The light is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Painting this masterpiece gonna take long?
A mere 6 hours. The sun won't allow us to work any longer than that. Oh, but the time will fly by. We'll chat, swap tales.
Better yet, let me down a potion. Time will definitely fly by in a state of lethargy. No need to swap tales.
No, no, no. Your expression, your posture, they must be just so. You must look alive with fire in your gaze.
You can
Let's
probably guess
ask
what it
the
is, Spoon, but I don't want
Come
to
on,
ruin it.
give it some thought. You could title the painting, A Witcher Lying Senselessly on the Heath.
You jest. A jesting witcher.
But yeah, that's me being picky. Genuinely, it actually does kind of connect up quite nicely. You know, that's someone who really does enjoy the world that's created within the
Slow
books,
now.
being
Whoa.
a bit
This the place?
protective of it.
Yes. Just
That's
look
all.
at the view. Breathtaking. The perfect background for our masterpiece.
Pretty, I guess.
Now, you must carefully consider in what pose you wish to be immortalized.
All right. Considering.
And straight from 1 to 3. Wow. I've not even touched 1 or 2.
All is ready. We may begin.
Everything I've heard
Have
about
you
1 is
decided
it's
on the pose
obtuse.
you'd like to adopt?
But I know kind of like the starting of the story. So should I go for on horseback, heroic, or reclining? I'm gonna go horseback.
How about I be on horseback? I mean, Roach kind of deserves to be immortalized too.
Oh, yes. A horse. Exceptional idea. But I would rather you perch atop Alexander, my mount. I've trained him to pose.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about number 1. Oh, can you
I
make
shall
him
paint
bay at
in
the very least?
carcass of a slain griffin later. Now, raise your head to exude pride. Thrust your breast forward. Go on, breast forward. I want to see
on, then.
those hocks extended.
Tits and teeth, tits and teeth.
Ahem. Is the horse paying attention? May I begin? Or would you rather try a different pose?
Screw it, we're gonna go with that.
Go ahead.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, that look you gave me when I
Yeah.
first asked you to pose.
Again, that's what I've heard about this
Would you
game.
be so kind as to adopt it again? That intense scowl of an angry wild ram about to butt heads.
Just thinking.
Yes, excellent. Now, hold that. Do not budge.
Tell you in a minute how long I've been playing this game. How many hours I've sunk into, quite literally, the first time I've played this game.
Much longer.
Not much at all. We'll run out of daylight soon. Please, keep your
Bearing in mind
head
I'm still
steady,
not finished.
in the same position.
Fine, I'll try. I'll also try to remember to never trust a painter again.
171 and a half hours
Yeah,
so
I
far.
know. You'll paint one in later.
God!
Oh, there's a griffin coming.
Griffin!
Shit, 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 shit.
Run and hide.
Dearest mummy!
Get behind it. You stay on the ground, thank you. There we go. Yeah, this is why I'm doing a lot of streams
Is it
right now.
safe?
I still really,
Yeah,
really love this game.
Come on out. And no wonder no one ever came here. It was a griffin's hunting ground.
Oh, that thing scared me to death.
Not quite to death. You are alive. Not least because you chose a witcher to sit for you. How's the painting? It survived too?
It did. But I cannot show it to you now. I never display unfinished work. You can see it tomorrow, after midday, where we met. I shall display it in the market square.
You gonna pay me yet?
Monstrous beast. Shall we immortalize it in the painting?
To be honest, I'd rather not have the griffin in
No,
there.
it's too mangled. Too gruesome this way.
Indeed. The hue of its blood would not go well with your complexion. Ah, very well. That will do for now. I shall polish the details later. No point struggling on in this fading light. Ah, I almost forgot. Payment for your troubles.
Thank you.
And I thank you for saving my life. Though, in doing so, you did also save your likeness. For posterity.
Yeah, I finished the main story, and this is just... I'm doing a lot of streams right now because I want to get this... I want to play this game, but I also want to get it done now because I also want to start streaming other things, because so far I've only ever really streamed this game, apart from a couple of times when I did some streaming on YouTube. YouTube shit for streaming, so... Well, but yeah, it's... It just takes so... It's such a good game, but it takes so goddamn long. There is... Oh... The Witcher streamer. Unfortunately, there's only this one game, and the other two are, as we said already, quite obtruse, aren't they? So, what have we got next? Went to everything. Let's do this. Investigate the workers' camp. Yeah, and I definitely am not good enough to play things like Gwent, like, properly. I've seen bits about the second game. I've not played it, but I've seen bits about it. It's also a lot more linear, as far as I understand.
Hey-ya!
But maybe one day I'll play the second game. I don't think I'll try the first. I suspect the first would be just horrific for me. When you people over, out my way. I am Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher that has been called to save your lands. You can move out of my way, please. Thank you. Lovely. Silver Salamander Inn. Let's go find out what's going on over here. I mean, another thing that kind of like got me to start playing the game a little bit was watching some of many years ago. Like many years ago, it was like Jesse Cox when Witcher 3 came out. He started doing a bit of a series, and I watched some of that, and I was like, he's having fun, and I like Jesse. So let's play the game. But to be honest, I started streaming the game to push myself to play through the game. Okay, I came across this place earlier, so what's going on here?
Blood. Lots of it.
Quite succinctly put. Ooh.
Kikimores?
Follow the Kikimora's tracks. Oh, poor horse. Yeah, these things die. Anything kills a horse, it dies.
Some stench.
Oh my god, I did not realise the size of the one in the back. Let's try and get rid of this one quickly. My sword needs repairs. Kill it with fire. Done.
These to ash.
That was timing because it was bleeding as well, so it was so close to dying.
So, missing workers. This is what became of them.
I was picking things up, Geralt. Why would you leave now? Big feat to fill the 4th group.